Hi Green Heart community, and welcome to today's episode of Green Heart at Home. It's Miss Allie here, and in today's lesson, we're going to join Miss Emma, our STEM educator, out in one of our Green Heart gardens for some Green Heart garden yoga.
Hey buddies, it's Emma, your STEM educator here. I'm at Mitchell Elementary. It's a beautiful day outside. Today we are going to practice respect by showing respect to our bodies, and we're going to connect our movement to our breath and do some yoga. So all you are going to need is a mat and yourself and a big smile. So breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth.
So as Miss Emma said, for today's lesson, you're going to need yourself, a big smile, and if you have one, a yoga mat. You could also use a towel, a blanket, or you just use the floor or the ground. Now before we send it out to Miss Emma to get started on our yoga flow, we're going to review the 3 Green Heart rules of respect so that they're fresh in our mind as we're out in the garden doing our yoga today. The first thing that we respect in Green Heart is that we respect ourselves. In today's lesson, we can practice respect for ourselves by listening to our bodies and not stretching our bodies in ways that hurt us. The second thing that we respect in Green Heart is we respect our Green Heart buddies. In today's lesson, you can practice respect for buddies by being careful if there's other people around you, by not hitting anybody else, and by keeping your body under control as we go through the movements today. And the final thing that we respect in Green Heart is we respect the earth. In our lesson today, we can practice respect for our earth by being respectful of our surroundings, cleaning up after ourselves, and making sure that we're being careful with our bodies to not damage anything around us as we move through our movements today. So now that we've reviewed our Green Heart rules of respect, it's time to get started with our yoga flow with Miss Emma. And Green Heart buddies, keep an eye out because you'll likely notice that some of these yoga moves are inspired by some of our favorite garden creatures, our bugs. Now, let's get ready to send it out to Miss Emma in the garden. Take a seat on the floor or your mat or whatever surface you're working on. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now I'm going to pass it off to Miss Emma, who's going to meet us in our first pose and take us through our yoga flow in the garden today.
Ladybug. Bring your big toes to touch, knees come wide. Start to walk your hands to the front of your mat, so maybe your forehead begins to rest on your mat, the floor, the grass. And then start to spread your fingers out just a little bit and press your palms into the ground. And start to notice your breath. Feel your belly get big and bigger as you breathe in. And then push all of the air out of your mouth. Breathe in and breathe out.
When you're ready, start to shift your weight up into a tabletop position.
Press into your hands and your legs so that your hips begin to reach towards the sky. You're in this opposite V, downward facing dog. Then you can begin to pedal out your knees, bending your right knee and your left, starting to stretch out the backs of your legs. Put a giant smile on your face and breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Walk your hands towards your feet so you're at the back of your mat. Forward fold, reach for your opposite elbows and let your head get super heavy, maybe placing a slight bend in your knees. And then just hang out here for a moment. And then like a roly-poly bug, moving slow, press into your feet and start to roll all the way up to stand. Reach your hands over your head, say good morning to the sun, and close your eyes. Shift your weight back and forth on the bottoms of your feet and see if you can reach your head a little higher to the sky. Roll your shoulders down your back. Be so proud of the person that you are standing on these 2 feet. Close your eyes and just start to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Creating a dragonfly, a good bug in our garden. Start to press into your left foot and bring your right knee into your chest. Stretch your arms out wide. And then slowly with control, step your right foot to the middle of the mat. Shift your weight forward so you land in this big capital T, like you're at the beginning of your sentence. And then see how long you can stretch your arms and your leg and your head away from each other, taking up a lot of space. Maybe you try closing your eyes and challenging your balance. After you've had some time playing around with your right foot, step back to the back of your mat and then try it on your left side. When you've had a chance to be a dragonfly on both sides, plant your feet to the back of your mat, reach your arms over your head, and then slowly fold yourself in half. Walk yourself out to a high plank. So you want to think about being this long, strong line. Feel your strong body. See how strong your muscles and your bones are holding you up right now. Breathe. See if you can stay even when it's challenging. Use that grit. Wow, look how strong you are. Bring your knees to the mat. Walk yourself up so you're sitting on your heels. Feel how long and strong you can make your spine. Place your hands on your legs and close your eyes. See if you can feel your belly getting big as you breathe in through your nose. And then push all the air out of your mouth. Swing your legs around and bring the bottoms of your feet to touch so your knees open to either side. I like to put my hands on my feet and then tuck my chin to my chest to feel this nice stretch all the way down my back. Pretending we're like a butterfly, begin to flap your knees up and down like they're flying, like little wings. Wow, give yourself a big pat on the back and then start to come all the way down on your back. Put your legs out wide, your arms out wide, take up space. Shavasana, start to find a moment of stillness. And if you need something to focus on, I like to count or start to think about a color, all the colors that are in the garden. And just take a moment here to be still.
All right, buddies, take a few more seconds to breathe deeply on your back. When you're ready, sit back up and join me in a seated position. If you want to do more rounds of this yoga flow, you can either rewind to the beginning of the video, or I'm going to lead you through the 10 poses so that we can remember what we just did. When you see each slide, you can pause the video to practice this pose and then move on to the next when you're ready. As you'll remember, we start in a seated position. So sit on your mat, take a deep breath, and then start to move back towards pose number 1, ladybug. Pose number 2, beetle or tabletop position. Pose number 3, downward dog. Pose number 4, forward fold. Pose number 5, mountain pose, reaching high to the sky. Pose number 6, dragonfly pose. Remember to practice this one on both your left and right foot. Pose number 7, caterpillar pose, or high plank. Pose number 8, or bee pose, or hero's pose. Pose number 9, butterfly. And finally, pose number 10, Shavasana, laying flat on your back, finding a moment of stillness. All right, buddies, that's another round of our yoga flow. Remember, you can do this as many times through as you want. It's a great way to keep your body moving and get a nice stretch. If you're going to rewatch the video, go ahead and start it over. Otherwise, that's all for today's lesson of Green Heart at Home. Thank you to all my Green Heart buddies who joined us for this lesson today. Thank you to Miss Emma for leading us through this yoga flow. I hope you have a wonderful day, enjoy some sunshine, and I can't wait to see you again next time on Green Heart at Home. Bye, buddies.